Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze, and remember it well, because that would be the chilling sound of your doom. Wow, that was bad. But, needless to say, today's Toy Spot we're going to be having a look at DC Superheroes Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze, this is the second time this figure got released. This Mr. Freeze was part of the initial Batman figure line prior to DC Superheroes coming out. Mr. Freeze came to us as two different figures. The figure itself with the domed head. There was also a Mr. Freeze that did not have the dome. It was just his standalone head. But I'll get more into the detail on the character when I open up the figure. In the meantime, though, let's have a look at the packaging. It's the same as the other ones, so you have a starburst effect. They have removed the comic book edition, but instead given us this... Can I say deplorable? I think that's probably too extreme, but I do not like this backdrop. I just think it's a waste, and you could have given us even a poster. Even a poster, I think, would have been nicer than giving us a backdrop. This I don't know any collector that, first of all, wants to utilize that much space on his shelf just so that they can have a backsplash. I just kind of think it's a pointless addition. But there we have Mr. Freeze. On the back, the other characters in the wave are the Azrael, which, if you've seen my review of him, you can actually even see in the picture here that his stance seems a little off. It's not quite a straight leg that the Batman here had. There's the Batman that I've also reviewed. There's Mr. Freeze. And then there's the Robin that I sold. So I won't be doing a review on him, but I will eventually do the review on the DC Universe Robin, which I think is far superior. So you guys can look forward to seeing that. There we have the packaging on the Mr. Freeze figure. What I will do is I'll open this guy up, and we will get a closer look at the Iceman. And yeah, so there you go. Boy, oh boy, did that Batman and Robin movie ever suck ass. I don't know what they were thinking. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth every time I think about that movie. Let's not try not to think about it right now. Let's actually look at a nicer looking Mr. Freeze than that god-awful Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze. The figure itself is really, really nice. The coloring, I think, is probably one of the biggest selling points of this figure. I mean, you get this really, really nice bluish color. I don't know if it's skin because it's hard to quite make it out. It looks here like it's part of his body, but then he's got these, it looks like it's armor here, so I don't know if these are supposed to be his arms or if they're just repaints over of what. I'm almost thinking it was a repaint. They've just repainted this. This was supposed to be a different color, but I do like the blue. I also do like the fact that you can even see condensation on the inside of his mask from him breathing, or I guess where his breath is froze too, because you can see these little specks of snow, which is really, really nice. As well, they've really done a good job that you can see even like parts of ice where his suit has froze, even up at the top shoulder area there. I think that is awesome. And keep in mind too, like this is not a DC Universe figure. This figure came to us prior to DC Superheroes, so I would say this figure is really nice. If you've seen my review of Bane, as disappointed as I was with that figure, it's bittersweet then to see such a nicely sculpted, nicely articulated figure with Mr. Freeze here. The interesting thing to point out as well is in his boots. These, I'm not sure if it's from the waist down, but I know certainly with these boots, I think they were reused for the Lex Luthor figure, which I will also be doing a review of. So if you guys can keep an eye on those boots here and see, I'm pretty sure they are the exact same boots. But really, really nice detailing on the head. as well. He's got the goggles. It's almost like it's the Mr. Freeze from the Batman animated series, but just really jacked up on roids. If we put the figure down just for a second here, and we look at his accessory here, he comes with this huge energy gun, freeze gun, I guess, his freeze gun. But he also comes with this really large backpack. There's a peg on the backpack here that actually can sit into his back. Just snaps into place there, like that. And then he's got all these hoses and stuff, which I think add to the effect of the gun. I love the gun, though. I mean, look at it. I mean, you got ice and everything else on it. You can actually see where the barrel has frozen from firing the energy, firing the ice here. Now, one thing that's interesting, and they actually don't mention it on this figure. I'm looking at the figure itself here, and if you look on the end barrel, there's an actual nozzle. It almost looks like this is supposed to fire something. I don't know whether it be water or really what. I did also notice on his backpack, oh, maybe not. I was going to say it looks like this part here could open up. If there was an initial gimmick to this character when he was first released, it looks like they've taken the gimmick off when they re-released this figure. But the gun sits into his hand. Get it in here for you guys. There you go. Almost looks like he's holding a giant fish, just with the back of the gun here. But his gun also can be held in the other hand. Trying to get this all on shot so you guys can actually see it. There you go. And now he's got this big honking gun. Look at the size of that, eh? That is awesome. And I would say probably up to this point, this is probably one of my favorite figures, second to the Superman figure. The detailing on him is just unbelievable. But there you have a toy spot on the DC Superheroes Wave 3, Mr. Freeze. And with that, I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ta.